Alrighty, we got a match for the finals of the World Cup between Dr. Steelhammer and Yuri Kamame from Japan A and Germany A, not in that order.
Mm-hmm.
With the first game, it's a little bit underway.
Yep. So just a bit of background. Yesterday we had RTT versus Chashu in the 2 spot, and they played not yesterday. This morning they played to a 3-3 tie.
So neck and neck so far.
Yeah, neck and neck so far, and this is the 4th spot. So Dr. Steelhammer versus Yuri Kamome. Yeah, so since we're kind of joining late here, I'd say that Yuri Kamome looks pretty ahead. They have given out 4 curses to Dr. Steelhammer's 2, and they have this Golem in their deck, which actually is a pretty good card.
For once.
Yes. And not just because it comes with 2 VP from the Obelisk. Yeah, I'm curious to see if Dr. Steelhammer ever picks up a potion, to be honest.
I just have no intuitions about what to do in this kingdom. Mountebank seems like a very central feature, but I have not played with Mountebank in a very
so
long
RTD
time.
Why did he wish gold? Probably trying to spike platinum, and they have more golds than, like, they didn't have a silver. There was no gold? Do they only have 1 gold? Oh, I don't know then. They should wish for something else then. I agree. Okay. All right, so I assume this turn Yuri Kamome will get another golem. Yeah.
That sounds right.
Yeah, another golem seems appropriate here. So yeah, on the flip side, given platinum. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
I was wondering whether wishing for copper is correct if you're about to play a sage anyway. Like, if you know that there's a copper on top, that's actually not such a problem because you know the sage will skip it. Maybe you take a riskier wish for a good thing.
What would you wish for instead? I think you still take the copper there. It's literally like a difference of, do you get the card or not, right? Yeah, copper is $1. What I was gonna say is that, like, silver is actually a pretty bad card to have in this deck full of sages. So another consideration for not opening silver wishing well. With 5 here, what are you looking to get? Just wishing well and an embargo.
That's an interesting choice.
I don't know about that embargo. That seems like a suspect.
So it's a terminal silver, and to whatever end you probably valued the embargo token, it seems irrelevant here because curses are going to be out before you play it.
Yep, exactly. Yep, and the curses are now out. Yeah, Yuri Kamome won the curse split, they were able to curse 6 times, and Dr. Steelhammer was only able to curse 4 times.
There's not a third pile that's going to imminently run, but wishing wells are low-ish.
Yeah, wishing wells will lower for sure. Yeah, I think I would rush VP now. So often how these mounted Yuri Kamome has a wishing spot here. I don't know if they're the type to try and count the deck.
That sounds painful for the deck this big.
So maybe at the very least you can try and figure out if it's like a curse or something that you can account for all the curses. Okay, so they just wish for copper.
And found it.
Yep.
Was Yuri Kamame one of the people who was in that 10-hour match? I forget who it was. I know one was Mercury 444F for the championship. Who's his opponent? Was that
I'm not
Kazamaru?
sure.
Another Japanese player.
I think that was Kazumaru,
Okay.
who is in the chat right now. Yeah. I'm not exactly sure. So yeah, the question here is: do you pick up something like platinum, or do you like pick up something like two duchies?
Honestly, Golem looks pretty good given that it scores you points.
Or Golem? Yeah, Golem. Okay, Golem comes with 2 VV. Yeah, Golem's probably better than duchy.
A scenario where the optimal buy is Golem plus gold. What a world.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. This. Let's see.
This kingdom would bring me great pain to play.
This is a sad platinum right here.
Yeah, so
I think you still play the Golem.
I'm not sure.
I'm not very sure. Yeah. Okay,
Is that what I don't want?
The problem is now you have 19 cards and like very few sages and no golems in there. So.
Well, like, this is the thing with wishing for copper. I mean, maybe that the one coin you get in the likely chance you succeed is worth it, but you're gonna clear the copper off anyway. And if you view your main goal as sifting to your few good cards, wishing for copper is actually not helping in that scenario.
That's true, but like, what card do you wish for then?
Honestly, probably something like Mountebank if that's the card you're trying to play.
Mountebank, okay, I could see that. Trade route. So trade route indicates maybe that you think the game's gonna go on a little longer than if you like rush piles.
I mean, it's not even necessarily primarily thinning at that point. Like, it's plus buy, and it's going to be worth progressively more as we empty these. As we start gaining these right now, cards.
But banks, yeah, don't seem very good.
Yeah, I'm not in love with the bank.
So yeah, Yuri got us bank like 2 turns ago, I think. Yeah, turn 18. Gotta get the duchy
to power up the trade
routes. Okay, Yuri goes for a trade route over a duchy or some other like choice with 5 money.
I could see cases for tactical annexing here.
Right here?
No, I think in general.
No, not for for Dr. Stillhammer maybe, but not for Yuri Kamome right now. I could see it at some point, sure. But you want to do it at the end of your shuffle.
Although, I always manage to underestimate just how little control Annex really gives you. Like, it's not like you're shuffling in 5 good cards. You're shuffling in all but 5 bad cards, which is still pretty diluted.
I think that's still it. It's still pretty good if you can, shuffle once with 5 curses removed here, I think. And yeah, I agree they should have auto discard off. Well, I don't think it really. Oh no, it matters for Dr. Steelhammer if they have a trade route in hand. It matters for Yuri if they have a horse traders in hand, or now they have 2 trade routes.
The embargo.
Okay, this seems like a pretty good spot for an annex, I would say. So you just get rid of 5 green cards.
Or some purple.
Yeah, this embargo in Yuri's deck definitely seems worse than nothing. Yeah, at the time the curses ran, I would say Yuri Kamome was definitely ahead, but now definitely has shifted. It does look like Yuri Kamome can colony here, but yeah,
his bank is not doing an awful lot.
Yeah.
The bank definitely seems worse than gold to me, because I wouldn't mind trashing potion.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like the 3 cards you play here are Mountebank, Embargo, and Trade Route. Yeah, and Trade Route. Where the Trade Route.
Correct.
I guess the Trade Route, I would trash the Embargo. No, trash the Horse Traders? I don't know. I don't know if you trash Horse Traders or Potions at Trade Route here.
I would
Let's
count.
see.
What are
So
you
that's
buying? Because trashing potions costs you one
so,
money.
Yeah, it's choice of 14 or... Oh, they charged the embargo. Don't think I like that. They trashed...
Well, the embargo was getting trashed one way or the other.
Yeah, but they could have trashed the... If they trashed the horse trader, they could have also afforded a golem on top of the colony, which I think is worth it.
Yeah, that does sound better.
Alright. Is it definitely annex time for Dr. Steelhammer again?
Yeah, Annex seems pretty good here. Why? I guess the 1 point matters.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather have
one
one less debt than one more point.
Yeah, I agree.
I would trash the estate.
Yep. That was a pretty good sage there. You could just buy a wishing well here, or if you think the points matter, you could buy an estate. But now Yuri Komoe is the one with the no. Okay, definitely don't buy re-annex here. Like that seems like a bad idea.
Who's winning the trade route split?
Yuri has 3. Dr. Steelhammer has 1.
So maybe you don't want to buy an estate because you're buying training for your opponent.
Yep. Yeah, wishing well makes sense. Trade route also makes sense actually. Like trade route is a better card for your deck right now than wishing well. So Yuri unfortunately was not able to annex there.
Wandering Wanderer expressing low self-esteem.
Yeah. Oh, he can't even hear us making that joke. Okay, this is another colony for Dr. Steelhammer in hand. Oh, and Dr. Steelhammer has turned off the curse auto discard. Just... Yep. I mean, you play Sage first, obviously, but... Okay.
Wow, what a bank.
I think you just trash me here. Yeah. Okay, or you don't. Oh, yeah, I guess you don't, but... That seemed like a good time to annex. Annex seems better than gold there.
So why is Dr. Steelhammer in the lead?
Coming to the end.
What was it that swung this game in DSH's favor? Maybe it was actually in favor all along. We didn't know. Maybe Golem's just that terrible.
No, the Golems seem good. Yeah, you're overbuilt, I would say. Okay, yeah, this Sage from Dr. Steelhammer just has to find $1 and the game is over.
Does it?
Yeah.
Why?
Because then you can buy Annex for the last duchy.
But don't they already have more than one money in their hand?
No, from the Sage.
But why couldn't they just buy Annex regardless?
Oh, because they were in debt. They're in debt.
But didn't they have more than one money in their hand?
No, they had 7 debt.
Oh, 7
in hand.
Ignore me.
Yeah. But anyways, the game will end this turn, so that'll be a 1-0 lead for Dr. Steelhammer.
Yeah, for some reason I thought they needed 1 money to pay off the debt because 8 minus 7 was 1, and that was very much backwards.
Okay, so and now we get a look at the new endgame screen.
Ooh.
Yeah, and there are a lot of Annex buys that game.
I think it's actually my first time seeing the brand new in-game screen.
Oh, okay. It's cool. Although...
Alright, that last kingdom left me dazed and confused, but this kingdom I think I have a good idea of what's going on.
I'm
Apothecary
not
looks
sure what you
looks
do.
great to me.
Apothecary does look good.
There's no good copper trashing, and there's great synergies with Wishing Well. So I'd think about opening Potion here.
Yep. Potion, Wishing Well, Potion Stockpile. Which one do you prefer?
Probably Potion Stockpile, just on account of Stockpile being better.
Right.
Necromancer could be significant. You can line up good Zombie Masons with Apothecary. You probably got time to take a large stack of Groundskeepers and green that way.
Okay, so Stockpile. Okay, Stock to Sailor goes Wishing Well again. Yeah, I would assume Potion here. Yeah. So now Yuri can save a copper and buy Apothecary. And then
on
Dr. Sailor does the same.
On this hand, I'd be thinking about maybe save a state
Stockpile Wishing Well
and
save
stockpile
estate,
Wishing Well. Yeah. Nobles does not look particularly good at this point.
I agree. Oh, Necromancer stockpile instead of.
I mean, I love Necromancer, but I like saving a state a whole lot. That's like just +1 draw next turn.
Yeah, but Necromancer also seems pretty good. In that, like, yeah, Necro with Apothecary, you can trash your estates.
But Wishing Well with Apothecary also works really well.
Yeah, but yeah, there's trade-offs.
Bit sad here to not get the Necromancer lineup.
Yep. I mean, okay, so do you blind Necromancer here?
That's a good question.
For Yuri.
I think it's a tough call between Mason, Spy, and I don't know, maybe even just saving Necromancer for the following turn to line up with Apothecary. I'm deeply uncertain as to the best play here.
So, yeah, a new feature on this client actually is if you mouse over the trash, you can see which cards have been played by Necromancer.
Whoa.
All right, so we haven't really talked that much about the actual features of the game. So, eventually, I mean, you want to score with Groundskeeper, I would assume, right?
Yeah, clearly.
And yeah, but the only extra gains right now are Stockpile and Engineer, and Stockpiles will go away rather quickly. I would expect.
Mason's gains.
Right, yeah. Yuri Komoe opts to not go for the blind Mason.
Would have trashed a copper, which in this kingdom is not the most significant thing. I'm much more interested in trashing a state.
Engineer can be played with Necro, and also Zombie Mason is kind of gains. Yeah, that's true.
That's a good point. Wish I'd thought of that. Don't know why we're hesitating to play the stockpile.
Trying to save it.
I do not understand this in the slightest.
So, okay, are they going to trigger a shuffle here? They are, right? With the Apothecary?
This just makes
likely.
No sense to me.
This is a good turn for Dr. Steelhammer. Their last card is an estate, so I would just play Mason here. Oh my god. Okay. I mean, you gotta count that if you're Dr. Steelhammer.
Yeah, that seems like a clear mistake. The engineer's just gaining a wishing well.
Yeah.
All you've done is functionally you've gained an estate by playing this engineer.
Yeah. Is it time for nobles now? Just as like a necropolis.
Well, I guess maybe if you get an engineer in your deck.
Yeah, which Dr. Sailor does have. But yeah, unfortunately, poor tracking there. They could have had one fewer estate. Like usually, you're like you're fist bumping, like you're like really happy if you can line up something like that, because that's pretty lucky.
Okay, so just play the necromancer here.
Yeah.
What? Yuri. These two players are very attached to their estates.
Yeah.
I do not understand why we're not trashing these.
They would rather play an engineer to gain a wishing well.
It seems pretty clearly worse. The necromancer play gains you a wishing well and also trashes an estate.
I think you definitely save an estate and buy nobles apothecary. Well, maybe not definitely, but
seems
that's
reasonable.
What I would opt for.
Actually, is that reasonable? I really want stockpiles back in the deck. Plus buy.
Well, there's a good chance you can line up the.
Yeah, I think this looks better.
Really? I was going to say there's a good chance you can line up the apothecary and the necromancer so that you can trash something to gain the stockpile back.
But then you
like
can't you can't gain and play the stockpiles in the same turn.
Not if you have a nobles.
But your buy didn't. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, yeah. That's a lot of draw. Maybe.
It does require a lot of draw, so maybe that's not good. Yeah. Dr. Steelhammer still has just the one. I expect them to gain a stockpile here. And it's a little unfortunate that there are necromancer bottom decks.
Yeah, this is not a good draw for DSH. I presume we're gaining stockpiles here.
They weren't going to be able to do that much with their turn, I think, given that they didn't have any stockpiles in their deck. Unless they were able to get lucky. I think I just want to know the apothecary here as Dr. Steelhammer.
I'm not sure. I was saying my groundskeeper.
Yeah. They don't quite have deck control yet. It would have been quite a bit easier if they trashed their estate earlier. Okay. So they opt for another nobles instead.
So cartographer is just apothecary, but way worse, right?
Well, it lets you discard stuff you don't want. But yes.
So the only real advantage at the moment is you could discard an estate with it, which you probably don't even want to do since you'd rather line that up with Necro.
Yeah. Haka, it is
1-0 for DSH.
1-0 for DSH, yes. Yeah, so who do you think is ahead right now? That's the main question.
It's a good question. I've got a vague suspicion that Yuri's a little bit ahead.
Yeah, but Dr. Steelhammer has Trash and Estate. They have the two nobles. They have the same number of apothecaries, so I'm not. Yeah. Yeah, DZ is asking, how is only one state trashed so far? Well, we saw them already miss 2 chances to trash the states, guaranteed trashes. So that's how.
So we got 11 here. Want to rebuy stockpiles, and then maybe Wishing Well Necromancer.
I really I like this idea of like trying to mason into a stockpile mid-turn while you still have estates. But
So maybe Wishing Well Nobles, Necro Nobles.
yeah, so that would require nobles. It could be nobles and like 2 border guards or something. I don't know. Okay, nobles groundskeepers. What's going on? Right, you can also mid-turn gain it with an engineer. I just totally glossed over that.
I feel like
Okay.
saving an estate just seems like a given to me. They don't seem to like doing that so much. But
Well, saving a state means you can't mason it.
well, when you
Right,
have 2 other estates in your deck, I think you're fine.
Okay, so Dr. Silheimer decides to end their turn early in order to get this guaranteed estate trash. This I'm actually not sure about. Okay, so stockpile groundskeeper here, I guess. Yeah, so they're starting on the groundskeepers.
Wander Winter asks, why do we play the nobles? That made sense, though, didn't it? They played the nobles so that they could first play the zombie mason terminally to trash the estate, and then
Well, you
play
could have
on.
just ordered it the other way. You could have done.
How?
You could have done the wishing well first, and then done the zombie mason.
But wouldn't you draw? Oh, like reorder the cards?
Yeah, yeah.
I see. Yeah.
I mean, but either way, you wouldn't be able to play the nobles for draw, unless you.
Well, the
wanna
benefit would
forego
so you could save
trashing.
you could save the nobles. So if you reorder it so it's
Oh, you
stockpile
could save the nobles.
estate,
Right.
then you play
Save.
Wishing Well, draw 2 stockpiles, Necromancer
Yep.
estate, and you're saving nobles and leaving
Yeah,
the
so
estate in
good
the
point.
discard.
Good point from Wandering Winder. Yeah.
Why is there a question mark when I hover over the log? What does this do?
I was just saying you can. There's like it's a tooltip.
But what tip is it giving me?
You can right click and
I
see
was
what the
I was
card does.
left clicking and nothing was happening. Okay.
All right. Yeah. The question is, do you leave this apothecary on top, or Dr. Steelhammer does? It makes sense because there's only 1 copper left to pick up.
Yep, it seems reasonable.
Yep.
Flag
Okay,
bearer.
yeah, I was actually just about to ask about flag bearer, whether you think it's going to come up soon.
I have no real conception of whether that was good or bad.
Okay, so this looks like an enhance from Dr. Steelhammer. Enhance the potion to another groundskeeper.
Seems reasonable to me. This potion's probably overstayed its welcome.
So to me, it makes a little bit of sense to not pop your engineer until you've trashed all of your estates. But maybe I'm trying to do too much of the zombie mason stuff.
Why wouldn't you pop engineer until you've trashed the estates?
Well, you might want to keep your engineer around, and then once you trash your estates, now you can use your necromancer as an engineer.
You could just gain a necromancer off the second engineer gain.
Oh, that's true. That is true.
I don't think you could gain an engineer off the second engineer gain.
Yeah, I'm a little confused by Yuri Komoe's play order here. They could have drawn that all up with 2 wishing wells, and they decided to discard its stockpile instead.
They seem to like not playing their stockpiles. I
Has an engineer been popped yet? No. So Yuri just got their second engineer.
Yuri just does not like to use save, and that baffles me. I think save is
Yeah,
great. Take 1 coin for +1 draw.
for sure, for sure. And like in that case, they could have saved nobles, which seems pretty good.
Agreed.
Wishes for a state and finds it. Do we know what this last card is? I think it's a groundskeeper. What did they enhance their potion into? No, nobles. Never mind.
Yeah, they went with the nobles
It's an
instead of the
engineer then. Never
GK.
mind.
It might be more nobles than we really needed.
So pop for a necromancer, maybe.
You could get the
and
flag back here
phase-
by zombie apprenticing the flag.
Yes. You can also just enhance it, which is probably what I would do.
How many stockpiles do they have down?
Yeah. Maybe
One.
maybe you gain 2 stockpiles here and then buy the last stockpile.
Definitely gaining at least 1 stockpile off of engineer.
Yeah. I think I like emptying stockpiles here.
Yeah, that seems reasonable. I can see that.
But yeah, Yuri still has 2 stockpiles in deck, I think. So yeah, so if you gain 2 stockpiles and discard 1 and then draw it up with nobles, I don't know, like seems pretty good. And then yeah, you can save the nobles, enhance your flag bearer, play 5 stockpiles. And then you have to buy 1 and discard those 5.
I like
I think
this
that
line.
puts you quite ahead. Sorry, what did you say?
I said I like this line while yawning.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so that'll be 22 money. So you spend 1 to save, you spend 3 to enhance the flag bearer, probably 2 in nobles, but maybe to groundskeeper. That leaves you with 18 money. Okay, they decided to go for a necromancer instead.
Curious. Okay.
Yeah, I think I like that less than just getting 2 stockpiles here.
I mean, you can't get a stockpile off the necromancer. Maybe they plan on playing both nobles and they draw the necromancer, play it as engineer, and gain the stockpile.
Yeah, but then you don't get the benefits of stockpile that turn.
No, but you get the benefit of having necromancer in your deck.
Yeah.
This line just seems way worse than
I agree.
either of the things we were thinking of. Why aren't we playing the nobles? You have so many stockpiles down there. Why do you pass up on so much money? Why do we stop there? I'm so confused.
Okay, so Yuri decides to discard a groundskeeper in order to get the lantern. Not exactly discard the groundskeeper, but they decided to play Beauregard where they knew they had to discard a good card. All right, so yeah, now you have to figure out if you want to try and zombie mason like in a stay or a flag bearer here.
It looks like that's not in the cards.
All these estates. They have both. These are both of the estates in deck right now.
I think you're just apprenticing the flag bearer.
Yeah, I think so too. But I also wonder why you don't pick up the wishing well first. This just, I don't know. I'm failing to see any upside in doing it in this order. Yeah, another thing to look at here is piles are kind of low. I expect stockpiles to run this turn. You could try to do something where you gain potions to aid in the apothecary pile out, but it also might end on like noble stockpile and wishing well, or if they decide to green. Although I don't expect Yuri to green this turn with only one groundskeeper in play. But that's one situation where we could get a more protracted game. But main point I want to make is that piles are pretty low.
Indeed.
Between stockpile, nobles, wishing well.
Games are going to become much more limited real soon, of course, once stockpiles all end up on exile.
Right.
And then it'll be hard to effectively threaten pile outs. Yeah, actually, the window for that apothecary pile out is pretty narrow, the one where you gain an extra potion, because once your stockpiles are down, there's no way to buy 2 apothecaries in one turn.
Right.
You could gain 2 apothecaries in one turn if you zombie Mason and apothecary into apothecary, so that's something to watch out for. Or you can
enhance apothecary to apothecary. But yeah, again, it's
like... Well, that wouldn't let you gain 2 in one turn.
Oh, after stockpiles run, yeah, I agree. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, Yuri does empty the stockpiles. Dr. Samuel with a pretty lucky blind wish there.
Wow. What a lucker. That second one was not quite as blind.
And I agree with what Shar is saying here. At this point, there's not that much value to having the physical and engineer card around, especially with necromancers in the deck. Or a necromancer for Yuri, I guess.
Yep.
Alright, so yeah, now you gotta figure out what order you want to play stuff in. There is a wishing well in the trash now, so you could use necromancer to play that, but you maybe want to save it to use it for actual gains. Question is, can Dr. Steelhammer pile out here?
Let's see.
So they have 4 stockpiles in deck. So
what's the easiest pile out here? Nobles and wishing. Well, that's a lot of games.
They I think have found the win, but I'm not sure. Okay, this is definitely a win. Yeah. But I felt like this was kind of a risky line to take. Because if their stockpile is bottom deck, or if their engineer bottom decks, you know, like I don't know. It felt risky, but maybe it wasn't all that risky.
2-0 for Germany.
Yes, so pretty good start for them.
What have we here?
Okay, we got Necromancer again.
With a Fortress is pretty good. That means so the first Necromancer your turn is just a double lab.
A super lab. Yeah. We got Wade the Pig. Draw is Nobles, the 1 Zombie Apprentice, and Fortress, and maybe Vagrant, but maybe not. And Thinning is Necromancer.
Necromancer does seem like a pretty key card here.
Yes. Silver Necromancer seems like a pretty natural open here.
Now, Border Guard. Bureaucrat looks pretty weak here because it top decks your opponent's estate, letting them line up the Mason trash.
Well, hopefully you won't have any estates around by the time that happens. It will be hard to line up your estates. The only way to really, quote, guarantee it, I think, is via Necromancer. No, via Zombie Spy. Or if you happen to bottom deck it.
Yeah.
This is a pretty good hand for Dr. Steelhammer to see. They know they can blind Mason and they won't kill their other opener.
Yeah, trashing here seems clearly best.
So I see a question which is there a way to get Fortress in the trash? And I'm going to be pedantic and say, Fortress does end up in the trash at some point when you trash it. It's just that once you trash it, the ability of Fortress causes it to go into your hand, but it does visit the trash, which can be relevant for some edge cases that people like to discuss. But I won't. Yeah.
Like there are scenarios where you can steal the fortress out of the trash via lurker while it's resolving itself and before it goes back to your hands.
Yep, exactly. I wasn't trying to really go into details,
Yeah.
but yes, it's not really important. All right, so they each get a second necromancer. Dr. Sandberg gets a fortress. Yep. Yeah, 5 is not a great price point to hit on this kingdom. You really want to hit 6, or you want to just buy a 4 cost here.
Yeah.
Maybe at some point you want scepters if as payload with paired with monuments or something, but it's definitely way too early for that right now.
Scepter wouldn't be so bad. You could play your Necro as zombie spy the first time and then Scepter if you want the Mason.
Dr. Samurai, I feel like this is a little early for Monument. I want to... I guess it still helps you hit price points, and you're not really that short on terminal space. It does conflict with, if you want a Zombie Mason.
I don't love the Monument.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, okay, I guess you can always pig it in a pitch, so there's that. So Dr. Steelhammer bottom decked 2 Necromancers in the last 4 cards, which is pretty unfortunate.
That is quite unfortunate.
I might think about buying a mission here, is what I was going to say. But
mission does not seem unreasonable to me. Like, would you rather have a fortress or a free Zombie Mason play? Probably the latter.
Yeah, I think so. This is pretty unlucky for Yuri. Okay, yeah, so Zombie Apprentice, the fortress, play fortress. Now you... Okay, yeah, this you gotta buy nobles, I assume.
I would buy nobles here.
Yeah.
I think nobles looks like a much better card here than the last kingdom.
Oh, for sure. Nobles was Necropolis last kingdom, and now it's the only draw. Yuri decides not to discard deck there. Maybe is correct, but what's the fortress split right now? I haven't really been following.
Let's find out.
Looks like Yuri only has the 1 fortress. Is that right?
No, it's 2-2. They were
it's 2-2. Okay.
Distributed via messenger.
Okay. No. It's 3-1.
Did I miscount that?
Dr. Summers bought 2 fortresses.
Fortress?
And then there was 1 distributed.
Wait.
Okay, Zombie Apprentice, yes.
Oh, you're right. I misread that.
Alright, so this Scepter, I think you replay as Necromancer and Zombie Mason, yep.
Agreed.
Dr. Salem does need some plus buy at some point. This might be the time to pick it up. Just pick up a messenger here.
Seems reasonable.
Instead, they go for another fortress, which was also reasonable. And nobles. Seems like a good time to discard and buy nobles. You don't really want the silver copper estate in your shuffle, I guess, but... Oh, Fortress Vagrant, interesting. Ooh, wow. I don't think I would have line Mason there as
So now 2 necromancers per turn can be draw.
Yep. Yeah, you've got 1 nobles and 1 zombie apprentice. Fortunately, Vagrant picks up the estate that Yuri would have liked to be able to mason. Oh, zombie spy. So in the last cards, there's a fortress and nobles, right? So I would not discard here with the messenger. Okay.
Well,
Just as I say that, I'm pretty sure there's a fortress and a nobles in those 3 cards. So, yeah.
mission? Question mark.
I think while nobles are still around, I just want to slam nobles, but
Just
right. There's definitely a time to zombie mason.
yeah, playing Mason. What?
Like what else are you gonna accomplish on your mission turn?
Like, why did you buy Mission if not to play the Zombie Mason? That didn't make any sense to me.
This is an unfortunate draw for Dr. Sam. Oh, they have a lot of fortress though, so. Okay. Zombie Apprentice here with your Necromancer, I assume.
Seems like a good idea.
I do take slight issue to the fact that Dr. Stillhammer still doesn't have plus buy. Seems like he should have it by this point. All right, what are these last cards? There is a fortress down here, I believe. Yep. All right. Okay. So I assume they're not going to discard now. Okay. Nobles for sure, and then the question is if you want a mission or buy a fortress.
I still think I want a mission.
Okay.
Draw is limited. Trashing a card here seems real valuable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I guess that operates on the assumption that we would play the Zombie Mason on our mission turn, which
yes.
apparently is not such a guarantee.
Yeah. Do you think about maybe taking Scepter here?
Okay, more Necromancers. That seems good.
Yeah. What goodies are there in the trash for Necromancer now? Yeah, there's a Vagrant, there's a Nobles, there's Apprentice, there's Mason. So lots of targets for your Necromancer. All right, time to count.
Ooh.
Last card is a. I want to say it's a Necromancer, but I'm not very sure about that.
Have they trashed a copper?
I believe they've trashed a copper.
I can't find that. If so, I think it's a copper.
Oh, someone. Okay. I'm gonna look through the log.
It's not copper.
Yeah, I thought it's turn 7 trashed a copper.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong player.
I think this last card is the Necromancer, but I could be wrong. Was there nothing good to do with this Necromancer in case the last card is Necromancer? Okay. Also, we have to look at piles. There's not that many games, especially since Dr. Steeler doesn't have any plus buy yet. But Messenger can make piles go down really fast. So there's just something to watch out for. Top deck's a fortress.
I would not try to Mason that if that's what they're thinking about.
Yeah, I don't think so. I want to draw with his nobles.
I also
they disagree.
I don't value the gains as much as I value the ability to trash junk.
Well, at this point, trashing junk is far from guaranteed. Well, they decide to trash the fortress. Now you have a question of what you want to gain. Could use a monument, yeah.
Is this all the necromancers?
I think so. Assuming Dr. Sailor's last card was a necromancer. Yeah, so the necromancers did split 3/3. We got this monument and then didn't end up using it. Like, it makes sense, but just pointing that out. Now there's a reason to go for mission stuff because now you can score points.
Yeah, I was thinking fortress mission.
I mean, there was already a reason to mission in Zombie Mason, but now there's even more of a reason to do so.
Yeah, I don't like the province buy as much.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think, just to recap, I think the splits on the key cards, Dr. Steelhammer has 4 nobles, they have 3 necromancers and 4 fortresses. And they each have a monument. Yeah, so that means that Yuri has 3 nobles, 3 necromancers, 3 fortresses. It's almost like an orchard game.
Yeah. So many stop cards left in the deck.
But one thing that's really holding back Dr. Steelhammer right now is the fact that they don't have a messenger yet. So as I say that, it's kind of sad to trash the scepter for the messenger, though.
Yeah.
Char says Monument Scepter is too slow, maybe, but it's like if you have like full deck control and you can buy mission, like you can score like a few VP for $4. Oh, I see. What do you play this Necromancer as this? Is it time for a Blind Mason? They don't. This is all their estates, I think, and they have they have 2 coppers. Oh, nobles, right? I missed that. They could play nobles.
Well, this vagrant's not going to be very helpful.
Yeah. So they don't have they still have nobles down there. So I think you leave these. You just play messenger. Okay. Or you can do this.
How is this better?
I didn't see much upside to playing this monument as pig, is what I was trying to say.
I don't really find any value in this line.
Because this last card is a nobles. Yuri has 3 of them.
Why do we want the necromancer to not be on top? I don't know.
Yeah.
Why did we discard it? I don't know that either.
Oh my. Yeah, this hasn't been the best showcase of deck tracking.
But like, he has to have known it was there, because if he thought it were junk, he would have played Zombie Mason, right?
Yeah.
Or I don't know.
I mean, sometimes people are too click happy. Like I've definitely just like clicked for the sake of clicking and made stuff off on plays like that before. All right, so last card is a copper. So you could Mason here.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think, yeah. Yeah, RTD pointing out, even with the nobles discard, Yuri starts with a hand of 2 nobles. It's not ideal because you have no fortress to go along with it, but...
So I've only got 9 more junk to trash.
I would consider buying mission here, but...
I don't like their provincing. at all.
Yeah.
I would like to steadily increase the number of monuments my deck can play, which probably just means having one monument and a number of scepters, and then buying missions pretty often.
Right.
In fact, the monument, I guess that's a nifty little interaction. You can pig the monument and then still scepter it, so you never actually have to play monument terminally at all.
Yeah, I didn't notice that before, yeah. Second messenger, I agree, is not really doing that much for Dr. Steelhammer. Anyways, I definitely prefer Dr. Steelhammer's deck to Yuri's deck right now. Good spot on the scepter pig interaction.
2 more coppers down there, is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, two more coppers and a necromancer down there. So you could try doing some pigging here, but oh no, there was a province. Did I miss something?
I don't think we should have drawn that. Actually, I really don't.
There's a necromancer in the trash. There's a province, yeah. So I might have been wrong earlier when I said Dr. Silver's last card was a necromancer.
Yeah, I mean, Masoning there just seemed good to me.
Yeah. Okay, instead we get another messenger, which probably will be pigged. Or it could be setting up like a vagrant pile out. Because now you only need 8 money and 3 buys will pile vagrants, and it's very unlikely that Yuri can catch up on points this turn.
Or a Mason and 2 buys.
Or Mason and 2 buys. Yeah.
Yeah, this looks like it's Dr. Steelhammer's game, especially with that turn from Yuri.
Nice vagrant there. This is very close to a win. Not quite there. I think, yeah, you still just gotta play the nobles for draw.
This is a win, right?
This is a win, yeah. You play
Necromancer's
nobles for actions, play 2 messengers. I would discard the first one so you don't have to click on the second one. Oh, okay.
This is unnecessary.
Whatever.
Maybe he didn't see it.
Yeah.
Maybe he was looking to pile out necromancers and didn't notice vagrants. No,
maybe.
You saw the vagrants.
So I believe that means it's 3-0 for Dr. Steelhammer.
Indeed.
So, yeah, very strong start. All right. What do we got here? We got
you can see the boons. Kind of.
Yeah, you can see. The new client lets you see the boons on Druid, but like if you don't know the art, it might be hard to read still. So, yeah, if you know the art,
yeah.
like I know that's Sky, Earth, Sun without even reading it, but yeah, so it has value. Yeah, Abo, it is 3-0.
This kingdom
I don't know
looks
if you're in spec chat.
pretty fun, I think.
No, in voice chat.
This kingdom looks pretty fun.
Yeah. Mission looks great here with Vampire. And you can pursue stuff.
And you can Earth Gift things.
Yeah, Earth Gift stuff. But I don't know if you really want Druids all that much here. Storerooms are a perfectly reasonable source of plus buy.
Well, I kind of want Druid because I want a mission.
That's true.
It's a good forest to gain.
That's a good enough argument for me. Earth skiff looks pretty good here. Between Mining Village, Throne, Oracle, Courtyard,
How do you
Ghost
open
Town.
here?
Yeah.
Storeroom Silver, Oracle Ghost Town.
uh, Oracle Silver, I think, trying to hit 5.
What about Storeroom Ghost Town?
Storm Ghost Town.
I feel like Storeroom's pretty
So
good
if
when
you
the
don't-
5
if
you
you
want to
don't find
buy
your
is a night
Storeroom-
card.
Hmm?
When the 5 you want to buy is a night card, the Storeroom seems pretty good because that's a huge amount of sifting and it can't draw
That's
the Vampire
true.
Dead.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Now that I think about it, Storeroom Ghost Town does look pretty palatable. Ghost Town, Oracle Ghost Town. I don't think I'm such a big fan of. So, yeah, these last cards here are 3 coppers and a state and an Oracle. So, going for another Ghost Town. Now you have a decision whether you want to top deck these 2 coppers.
Well, you have to, right?
Yeah, I guess you have. Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I thought that was 4 total cards left in the deck. That was 4, not counting the 2 coppers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dr. Sam with some pretty good early turns here. Being able to play Vampire turn 4 is definitely quite good. Could think about missioning here. Instead they pursue once. Okay. Yeah, that was a very friendly draw from the Lost City. Okay, well. Oh, and this Lost City draws an Oracle for Dr. Stillhammer.
You don't need to
okay,
do...
obviously top deck this and buy mission.
Wandering Winter beat me to it.
I mean, imaginary numbers are also irrational. Just saying. So. Can you see the hexes in the game anywhere to the board? Yeah, there's Kingdom View.
You click the little castle in the bottom right, and then you scroll down a bit.
All the boons and hexes here. So given that you've pursued an Oracle, do you gain Ghost Town here, or do you go for something a little bit more aggressive?
I do not have a solid enough conception of where their deck stands at the moment to have any idea.
Okay.
Give me a
Well,
second.
Dr. Stillhammer has trash 2 estates, and otherwise they have 8 starting cards, and then they have an Oracle, they have Lost City. Okay, so they decide to go for the Ghost Town. I think because of, I would say Dr. Stillhammer is pretty ahead right now, and because of that, maybe you want to play a little more conservatively. But also, things can change pretty quickly with hexes, and, mission can really accelerate things.
I'd be thinking about plus buy pretty soon. There's just a lot of really cheap things here.
Yeah, Druid looks great. Take back what I said earlier about Storeroom. I mean, Storeroom can also. I think there's also a place for Storeroom. There's a cute thing you can do possibly with Storeroom and Poorhouse. I don't know how relevant that's going to be here, but it's a way to get a lot of money.
I think Poorhouse looks potentially relevant as a payload source.
Especially with Throne Room.
Yeah, the villages are abundant. You can get the coppers out of your deck. You'll probably have them all trashed eventually anyway.
But also, I do want as many vampires as I can manage here, I think. Okay, maybe not as many as I can.
I think I'd be fine with just 2 vampires. I mean, maybe play with more.
Do you play Ghost Town here? There is a Lost City down here. I think you saved the Ghost Town problem, but I don't feel super strongly about that. Okay, they do play the Ghost Town.
Why would you not play the Ghost Town?
You have a Lost City down there. You can try to maybe be able to play it this turn for your main turn.
Just buy another one.
But buy another one with mission on your mission turn.
Or gain another one.
Yeah, you can gain another one. I also think it's time for a throne room very soon.
Wait, I apparently missed some interesting details in chat. You can now see the contents of the black market deck.
Yeah, that seems like a bug.
That would be a pretty major change.
I believe that's not an intentional change, so I would expect that to get changed very soon. Is what I'll say.
You could, as I recall, black market actually doesn't really have like an official required rules for how you construct a black market deck. You could ask some third party to construct a black market deck for you, so that neither player knows. It's not inconsistent with how you play IRL.
Ooh, that was a pretty big toss from Yuri, tossing Oracle and Lost City.
That's true. Those are two very good cards to have on top.
With a poverty to boot.
The big difference between black market IRL and the client is technically the card. You're supposed to put the cards back in whatever order you feel like once you've chosen whether to purchase. But then the online client just shuffles the deck.
Yeah, I believe Donald X has given Steph whatever liberties he wants and how he wants to implement the black market. So I think that there's some small deviations between not small. There are some deviations between black market online and black market in real life, but I think they make sense.
Yeah, like the client would have to prompt you, like, what order do you want to put these 3 cards back in, and then you waste time doing that. I think it's fine just
now you've got a
it.
decision here as Dr. Steelhammer. Do you want to play mission? And if so, do you want to play your bat?
I don't want to play mission, but I would like to buy it.
Sorry, do you want to buy mission? And if so, do you play your bat?
I'm gonna say no. If you buy mission, you can play the battle on the mission turn anyway.
Okay. And Centaur Simmer does not buy mission and saves a copper. I mean, what the option is, you could play the bat and trash Ghost Town. Is what I was trying to get at. Yeah, I definitely wanted to buy mission. And the real question there was what to trash, but we've sidestepped that issue altogether. Sun's gift, yeah, makes sense here.
That worked out pretty well.
Top deck, okay. All right, so this will certainly be a mission from Yuri. Well, maybe.
I would say certainly mission, but then the fact that they're playing their coppers one at a time makes it seem a little bit less certain.
I think this should be a mission, yeah. But obviously cannot necessarily predict what they're going to do.
Your name and comment is slightly wider.
Yeah, in spec chat. If you chat in spec chat.
I don't even see it. I can't not unsee it. The names are wider than before.
You have to type. You have to say something in spec chat.
Oh, like your own name compared to others?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Oh, that is nifty. Okay.
All right. All right. Do you pick up a third druid or a courtyard as Dr. Steelhammer? Probably a courtyard at this point, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. Probably not time for a poorhouse yet.
Ooh, this is a rough turn for.
Sad.
And... yeah. Okay. We're gaining some throne rooms. We're making some moves. Druid here should be Sun's Gift, not Earth's Gift, so that I don't know,
Why is that?
so that you can actually buy mission maybe.
Oh, that makes sense. Yep.
Yeah, I agree with way too little missioning. Another question is, at some point, I guess, do you consider buying coppers to feed your bat?
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, I think Dr. Skylander is getting close to that. Obviously, you don't do that until you've finished your... Or, actually, if you're... at some point, you might want to add poorhouses after you're done with coppers, and in which case you might buy curse instead of copper.
Also possible, yeah.
Yeah. What are these last cards? So... I'm not sure if Yuri had good cards in those in the bottom two there. I think they have. Okay, they have two coppers here. Okay, so they've top deck a throne room and a copper. No, a druid and a copper. So unfortunately, they can't afford both Pursue and Mission here. Okay, poor house. So they're skipping Mission for this turn.
Expect that. They're skipping Mission for a lot of turns.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I think I would have preferred a Pursue to the third Druid. That's...
3 Druids does seem a bit much. A lot much. They've built decks that seem very set up to mission a lot. Like they've got multiple of the vampires, multiple druids. You would think they would do that a little more often. Throne room here. Then draw it and throne. No, what? Why aren't we throwing the druid? We're gonna gain a druid and then throw it? What?
I'm a little confused by what's going on here.
We gained a throne room and then felt like not using it for some reason. That order doesn't make any sense to me. Not order. The set of plays didn't make any sense to me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, why are they continuing to not get mission here?
This is... I don't know. Just pass it up on... They gained like 5 fewer cards than they could have this turn. If they'd thrown Druid and then bought mission. Maybe more than that. So like they missed out on a gain from Druid there. Then you thrown 2 more Druids on the mission turn, plus a Vampire. That's like 6 games. Like, they missed like 6 games.
Enough draw, yeah. I'm saying if you have enough draw and like action, to like Druid's kind of autopile.
Yeah.
With a buy to boot. So honestly, this game could be ending like next turn.
Yeah, this is, I think, severely underplaying the kingdom.
Yeah, for sure. One annoying thing about getting poor houses right now is that if you want to trash your coppers to bat, then you can't discard them. Like, then your poor houses are going to reveal them. A lot of the time, at least. And so you're going to struggle to hit price points right now. Maybe not if you throw in this poorhouse. Like
RTT's probably right. You just trash the coppers on the mission turns, and then you play the poorhouses on the non-mission turns.
Yeah.
So maybe you want to line it up so that your bats are both on the mission turn, and then your vampires are not. Maybe that's too much work to even bother with that.
I don't think you should keep the druid here. Okay. Oh, here we get to see the new undo highlighting for a brief second. All right, throw in the 4 house, 5 mission, trash 2 coppers. Gain something.
So hitting 4 seems like an important priority at the moment and not trivial to do. Poorhouse, maybe?
Uh, I think I want to get some draw here. I want to, like, the priority here is to trash those coppers the bat.
My main priority is to... Oh, is this the mission turn?
Yeah, this is the mission turn.
Oh, never mind. I thought this was the non-mission turn. Then yes,
yeah.
draw seems good.
Yeah, it looks like they'll... Yeah, you want to top deck these coppers for sure. Top deck that, I think. And, I guess use Sun's Gift or something. I don't know. Yeah, discard that. And I think you can maybe set yourself up to possibly win next turn. Maybe I might be being too optimistic here, but I think it's possible. It's not possible if you don't have any treasures, actually. So maybe you needed to keep a copper around. Yeah. Yeah. I just realized that.
Gain a copper back off of the vampire.
Does not seem ideal. Okay, so I think I can pretty confidently say that unless that Yuri is probably not going to win this turn, or it's probably not going to have a win unless Dr. Steelhammer really lowers,
or gives him greed,
or gives him greed. Yeah. Oh, Sky for gold will give treasure. Okay, so maybe I shouldn't be so confident.
So is there a win for DSH?
Possibly. Especially if you like take a mission into account.
Let's see. We got to do a bit of draw
play
here.
This Oracle. Okay. You throw in the Druid.
I think going for it here seems
feels
right.
Winish.
Like it's not deterministic because you could dud on the mission turn, but I think it's worth it.
But you can pursue some good stuff, I think.
What good stuff is going to be in your discard?
Maybe a throne room at least. And maybe I don't know, a courtyard or an oracle. You can also try to look at maybe Lost Cities.
So Druid now, then 2 poorhouses, then draw?
Yeah. Is what I was thinking.
Let's not put more treasures in our hands. Maybe we can throne the druid now.
Yeah, there might be a win
I
in hand already, actually. Okay, so this is 10 money in hand. It's basically there. Now I'm not sure it's there anymore.
so you needed 11 money, right?
No, you have a vampire. Oh yeah, you need 11 money. Yeah. So, I mean, you can probably still just lower piles win on your mission turn, but it's not guaranteed.
Yeah, I think you buy mission lost city, gain a lost city. Oh, what are these top 2 cards? Do you need to pursue these? Or are these junk?
Yeah, I was trying. I'm not sure what these last 2 cards are. I don't see. Oh, you could also take the tie and just go for the vampire hexes. The tie also going for the tie makes some sense given the match format.
Oh yeah, 3.5 secures it for Germany.
Yeah. But like the tiebreaker points are significant. It's not like Okay, so they're going for the mission win.
I mean, it's exceedingly likely that they're going to win the mission turn.
Yeah. Trash this druid for I would assume.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow, that was very close to a dud, I think. Maybe not that close, but
if the courtyard weren't in hand, it could be a dud.
Yeah, I think maybe I don't think they knew they had a courtyard down there. Yeah, that was pretty close. Now this is a win. Like this is a win in hand. But that that was pretty close to a dud. I don't think there was a guaranteed to be a draw card down there. So, all right, so goes for the win and gets it.
4-0 Germany.
Yeah. So. All right, so let's see what we got here.
This looks strong. Armory looks really good. 5-2 looks not good.
Yeah.
DSH, I think I would just open with an armory. Could be just mask. I think I prefer armory.
I think I like just mask. Like mask nothing.
As Yuri, probably buy both of those.
Yeah. You could also think about doing mask silver. No silver. Yeah.
Mask silver seems like something you would do if you wanted to hit 5 a lot more.
Yep.
And 5 looks unimportant to me.
So yeah, eventually what you want to do, you probably want a King's Court, a bunch of horses, and then like pile out with armory. I think that's what the eventual deck is going to be like. Yeah, Dr. Cinder goes mask nothing. I mean, they could get a state here. It would basically not matter, I think.
I'm going to say... Is there any conceivable relevance of buying the estate? Doesn't affect farming village.
No, I think there's only downside to buying the estate. But not strictly, because you might have to pass like a unique card to your opponent later on from exam points or something. But I think there's not the difference either way is very small, and I think the slight upside outweighs the slight downside. Sorry, the slight downside slightly outweighs the slight upside to buying a state. Really, it's just doesn't matter.
The slight downside being you'd rather have the hovel so you can buy an estate in the future.
Yeah. Oh man, this is well. Lucky Dr. Summer gets us as the Player 1. Imagine, yeah.
This is just an off the draw.
I mean,
Cavalry?
You buy cavalry? Yeah, you gotta buy cavalry. Buy experiment. Experiment here, I think?
I suppose.
Although you really would have liked to get an armory, like, soon. Okay, skip. Necropolis, Mask, Pass Hovel, Trash Overgrown Estate, yada yada yada. Oh, this is not a good hand for like this. Not a great shuffle for a Yuri.
Indeed. Piazza.
I think it. Armory, I'd say. Yeah.
What's down there? Oh, you got an experiment. Yeah, maybe armory is better.
Yeah, I think armory here. There's an experiment. Something else down there. Maybe just experiment 3 coppers. They got Piazza instead. All right, surely
did good
turn,
work.
Dr. Stilmer gets an armory.
Yeah, definitely armory here.
Wait. Passing Necropolis. Interesting.
Armory Cavalry is a little bit sad because it only draws you 1 card further into your deck.
Yep.
Does Soothsayer ever come up here? Maybe. I could
for
see
museum points, I think.
Well, for adding payload, it's not an unreasonable way to add a bunch of payload to your deck.
At some point, though, like, you're just kinging a bunch of armories. I guess, yeah, you can.
I think
you have to buy King's Courts. Yeah, so.
There's
So maybe you pick one up before you get a King's Courts in order so that you can spike 7 at some point.
I don't think I get it that early. No. It certainly does not look like an important card.
Yeah. Question. I think I would have not played that second cavalry so quickly. I would want to buy a cavalry so I can play my armory unless I missed something. Where's their armory? Did they? Oh, they didn't get an armory until just now. I just assumed they had an armory. What happened to their armory?
They got a worker village. That seemed.
Okay. Oh, they have 2 Necropolises now, which is kind of funny. You could armory. I think I would think about armoring a silver here.
Armory.
No, just armory silver, I think, so that you can afford King's Court. Yeah. Let's see. Does 5? Yuri will have to. I don't think Yuri can buy King's Court this turn. I don't think there's any way that can happen.
Nope. They're kind of over terminaled.
Yeah, they're over terminaled. They only have 5 coppers in deck now. What is this last card? Last card, I'm going to say, is an overgrown estate. Yeah. Go me. All right. I think your ideal King's Court target here is Masquerade, would be my guess.
Horse?
Could also be horse. Or I want to hit 7 again. I guess armory is probably better.
I was thinking King's Courting Horse lets you gain and play a bunch of armories. Maybe you just hold off and try to King's Court the armory directly.
But do you really want that many armories in your deck? Maybe you do, but
I want a lot of them.
So you can play the cavalries. 3 armories until you pile up. That's a lot of armories.
Is it? Look at this kingdom. It's just like all fours.
Yeah, but I want King's Courts. I don't know. Okay, 3 armories maybe is fine. Yeah. But it is looking more and more like you don't really have time for Soothsayer. And I don't know if you want to maybe play a cavalry and then masquerade before you play your armory. That was a consideration.
Just top deck horses.
Well, 1 horse, and then that you can maybe use to draw more armories that you gain, like for more armory gain and play. Taxman. Huh.
Well, that was a surprise.
That was certainly very surprising.
It is a unique card from Museum.
Okay. So now you have a sad, overgrown estate trash for no plus card. RTT, the Taxman pin does not work. Oh, you have to. Yeah, okay, fine. If you draw a Soothsayer, maybe it works. Because Taxman says 5 or more cards. It's not like Cut Purse. Yeah, copper to silver makes sense here because you know you can actually attack.
Have you
I
noticed
wanted to top deck
the horse pile?
Horse top deck.
The horse pile moves now when you gain a horse.
Yeah. Oh, yikes.
That's new.
Okay, this is kind of a sad hand from Dr. Sayhammer, but they also did not guarantee themselves a horse trash. So one might say it was self-inflicted. No, sorry, not horse trash. A top deck horse. They could have guaranteed a top deck horse at no cost last turn, and they didn't.
You had me confused for a second there.
Yeah, not. Oh, and yeah.
Oof.
Can't the Piazza can't even come to the rescue. I totally forgot about that. I mean, yeah. First you play Necropolis, and then you get 8 horses, and then.
Look at the horse pile
sad.
go. Look at it.
Oh, wow. But Yuri also has a dud. So now the question is, do you want to try and delay playing King's Court to try and line up King's Court, King's Court? Dr. Salemhammer says no.
Playing it safe seems fine. You got a bit of a lead.
This Necropolis might just save Yuri Kamoe's turn. Armory for an armory, I would presume.
Yes.
And then King something. I don't know. Oh, you have there's 6 horses in those last 9 cards. So don't think you need to King Horse. I don't like this farming village. What is this farming village doing?
Nothing at all.
And it's 2VP compared to Workers Village, I guess. Yeah. Oh my god. This kinging attacks, man, I guess.
Interesting plays all around.
Yeah. At this point, you gotta think about trying to top deck a horse if you're Dr. Stillhammer. Right?
Nope. Apparently you do not. Yuri still looks super behind, though.
I don't think it's worth it to try and top deck copper. The dud risk is not worth. It's like you have to pass a horse, whatever. Like, I oh man, it's gonna be a taxman and then mask. Also, at some point, like they should be getting to the point where they can top deck like 6 horses. You know, it should be very soon.
Four money is not enough to buy King's Court.
Good observation. It's also not enough to buy Soothsayer. Okay.
I'd play
I'll
Mask
go
first, and then King the Horse if I hadn't found my King's Court or more draw.
I do think, yeah, and this is seems quite early to be playing this taxman. I guess trying to do the trick.
Gotta get it in before you play Masquerade. I think is the logic there.
I don't love it. Okay. Now you're cooking.
No,
so armory,
fun times, more armories. First off,
more armories, obviously, and then what else? And the cavalry, maybe. Maybe silver.
Probably can't.
What do you feel about another taxman?
I feel opposed.
Yeah, I agree. I just filling it out there though.
Probably a little short of the pilot this turn.
Actually, I wonder I honestly feel like there might be a win this turn. I truly believe that.
So you armory for armory a bunch of times, then gain cavalry a few times. Their third pile is not clear to me though.
Well, so third pile I think could be Workers' Village. Like theoretically, if you gain 3 armories there, like you could autopilot the armories, and then you would have 3 Workers' Villages gained as well. So you'd have to buy 3 Workers' Villages. Okay, you probably don't have enough money for that.
So let's see. Casey, you can play it on armory 3 times in a row. That's 9 gains right there. Where were armories at that point?
Anyways, are all these cards horses or something? Like, yeah, it's like basically all horses.
You gotta gain like 18 things. That could maybe happen.
Why did we just top deck a taxman randomly? Are we trying to pass it? I could think. Okay, at this point, you can think about armory top decking Curse.
Well, taxman's probably better than Curse there because Curse would give your opponent a point.
Ooh, wow! What a great observation. All right, but surely I think I'm pretty sure Dr. Steeler can win this turn. I'd be very surprised if they couldn't.
Yeah.
There was a chance to play on with cavalry, but I don't know if there was much point to it. The win next turn is already pretty set up, I'd say. Like, yeah, Yuri wasn't even able to top deck a. No, sorry, wasn't even able to king their armory.
We'll check out after this game ends. We'll see if it can be piled out.
I'd be very surprised if Dr. Steelhammer cannot win this turn.
Oh, this turn for sure.
Yeah, this turn. they maybe like don't see it or they don't go for it, but.
Play a lot of horses, find some king's courts and an armory in hand, and then
Yep.
get to work. Keep drawing.
Yep. Okay, so now.
I'd play the workers' villages, see if I could find the third king's court.
Well, now it's guaranteed, right? Or okay, I guess if you armory 3 times, then maybe it's not guaranteed.
I think the win here should be pretty simple once you start getting
okay.
click.
So here's the third. Here's the. No, there's another king's court down here, right?
Exactly. Now that you got 3 king's courts in hand. Oh, they have 4 of them?
Yeah, they have 4 of them.
Oh. Yeah, this is just
I would have. Okay, so.
beyond trivial.
King's court. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a win. There's no way this is not a win. Oh, and they get a horse. They get the horse back. So, I was gonna say I wanted a horse to be able to draw.
Well, you won't need a whole lot of draw
guess
because
we're
you're
gonna
gaining 5 cavalries.
True, that's true. All right, so yeah, 3 armories.
So how do you play your king's courts? Looks like Dr. Steelhammer is the 2 king's court. Oh, interesting. That's not what I expected.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make a whole lot of difference whether you're play all 4 king's courts and then all 7 of the action cards, or if you do 2 king's courts, then 2 actions, then the third king's court, then 2.
I'm definitely in the king's court, action, king's court, action camp.
See, I tend to be of the play all the king's courts at the start mind. Dr. Steelhammer apparently somewhere in the middle.
Cavalry.
So how many piles could you empty this turn?
At
least
Coppers seem kind of hard, I would say.
At least 4, probably 5.
Okay, I actually wouldn't really want to go for estates here. I'd be a little scared that I might run out of actions or something. Obviously, it's not really an issue here.
You got a bunch of money.
I don't really know how many king's courts I have left if I play them this way, you know. Okay, so anyways, it's 5-0.
And look, the player who got a soothsayer won.
That's true. Yeah, so I think that's one thing. There's the Steam whatever Temple Gates client. They actually have counters on the thrones and king's courts to tell you which iteration you're on. And I think that's a good thing to have.
Gosh, I hate Minion. I hate Minion so much. Look at this disgusting kingdom.
What's wrong with Minion here?
Minion's
you go for it.
Way the squirrel is so nice, and
I see.
And your opponent just
you don't have
uses
villages
your
here,
poor
so
squirrels.
the squirrel was going to be pretty limited here, anyways.
You get villages, you get pixies.
Okay, fine. You have each pixie is like 1/6 of a village, so 1/6 because the field gets repeated.
Yeah, you're getting 2 villages every 12 plays.
Yep.
But how do you factor in that Pixie for Earth's Gift could gain you 2 more pixies, which are themselves villages?
Is Ironworks a village?
Well, not necessarily if there's not a village in the kingdom, but
Okay.
could be.
I would say no.
What if you Ironworks a silk merchant?
All right. Well, I'm gonna stop that right there. Sea Hag. How do you feel about that?
I hate that card.
Yeah. Well, how do you feel about getting a Sea Hag here?
I
think I'm not a fan. I don't think Sea Hag is necessary.
I don't have a strong opinion on it. Certainly you're buying scrap in the opening. Oh, well, if we're not buying scrap, then I hate the Sea Hag. 5-2 seems great. I much rather open treasure than scrap if I could.
Yeah. Oh, taking the key already?
I would have trashed there. I don't see.
Yeah. Okay, they're undoing. Oh, you can see that they're undoing taking the key.
Yeah.
That's really nice. I'm really enjoying that feature.
Maybe they miscounted and thought they needed to not trash to hit 5.
I don't know. A little sad that these the scrap and the treasure collide here.
Without an
But
estate.
I think this is trash by Pixie. No, they go for it. Okay.
This seems fine.
Wisps seem pretty good.
Agreed. Sky's Gift does not seem as good.
Dr. Stillhammer still doesn't have a scrap or any trashing other than goat.
Pixie's trashing.
Okay, they have some fraction of a trasher. I guess goat is enough since there's this yag, but I don't know. I'd still want to get.
I want more than just
I still
goat for
want to trash
trashing
really
in this
quickly.
kingdom.
Like minion really wants to get clean. I think you take this and. Do you need to take this? No, you don't need to take this. It's okay. So early force gift is. I feel like it's usually just like a might as well take it when you draw with Pixie because you can always rebuy the Pixie.
Do you want to lower the Pixie pile?
Yeah, that's the main question. Okay, so this side no. I'm guessing another minion will be bought here. Yep. Kind of a sad hand here. Goes for the discard. Take this or no? You've already hit the price point you want, and there's a minion down there, I think. Yeah. There's a minion down there, right? Yeah.
They have more than one.
Yeah. Yeah, I do wish there was a way to hide the boon once it comes up.
Can you move it around? You can just drag it off screen, right?
Around, but like,
look, I hit it off to the side.
Yeah.
Out of sight, out of mind. I have no idea when or whether it disappears. It's still there? No, I think it's gone. Minion's an awful card. I finally got around to getting it on my dislike list just recently.
I don't mind minion so much.
It's a bad opinion.
Okay, the random turning your hand like turning your 5-card hand to a 4-card hand. I guess that's pretty annoying. Okay, that's a interesting strategy. Guess it pays off here, but I don't know. I feel like I want to get to my trashing if possible.
Look at this River's Gift. That would be so nice if not for minion.
Trashing that horse. Okay. Interesting. Not sure I like that. Action by horse?
It seems fine to me, right? I mean, you want the plus buy.
Yeah. Do you really need the plus buy, though? Maybe.
Oh, is that a lot of junk down there?
It sure looks like a lot of junk down there, so you gotta toss here.
Yeah.
Then...
I'd be real disappointed to not get to play the goat this turn, but you have to draw that. Actually, I mean, you don't have to, because your opponent might minion you anyway, but...
That's true. Yeah, I guess you take that. Get your 2 pixies.
So Yuri would benefit a whole lot from Flame's Gift in the near future. These curses are starting
Mm-hmm.
to stack up.
Uh, Flames gift. You mean the last one?
Yep. Strategic Flames Gift denial from DSH.
Yeah. Yeah, the Sea Hag is doing more than I thought it would do. I gotta say that. I guess it's kind of hard to line up trashing with your bad cards in this minion deck. Especially, like, there's no way to non-terminally trash curses or coppers.
I have a question. Why does the boon pile have the word draw pile on it? Why did it say boons?
I don't know. I think it was just a choice of series, but I'm not sure. Yeah, it's also bugged right now.
Is it? How
Well,
so?
I guess we don't know it right now, but unless you refresh. Oh wow. uh, the boom pile, if you refresh right now, it'll say 11,
But
but right now it says 0 since I haven't refreshed.
it says 11 for me.
Oh, maybe it depends on your animation settings then.
Oh, boy,
I'm on
my
speedy.
animations. I think I am too. Yep.
Oh,
The client dislikes me more.
maybe. All right, last minion and pixie maybe. J-Nails had to win a few matches back on Enchantresses. What is that? What is that a reference to? Do you know, J-Nails?
Uh, well, I must have missed it. Otherwise, I would have taken it. So I can't recall.
Yeah, RTT. What is that a reference to? Oh, when did Dr. Cylinder get a wine merchant?
That's a good question. How did that get there?
Was it really that long ago? No, they got it on turn 9, which is not that. They took it over to the last minion. That's that. Uh, I don't know about that.
So Wine Merchant is worth 2 points because it's a museum.
Yeah.
And look how happy he is. Whereas Minion looks grumpy and makes other people grumpy. So Minion's out, Pixie's almost out. Curses could run.
Yeah, kind of low. Not sure about squirreling this horse. Maybe it's okay. But oh, also, Dr. Sailhammer just never got a treasurer to contest the key, so Yuri's just had this +1 for the entire game. Nah, squirreling is fine. I'd say it's like there wasn't much else you're gonna accomplish with that horse. You still keep your horse.
I think Yuri's in a better position here, right?
Yeah, so they have 7 minions to Dr. Sammer's 3.
Relic?
I think last pixie here, but could also be relic. The relic is kind of awkward in the deck, you know. or Mystic. Okay, so we're not taking the we're not getting the Wine Merchant back, which is kind of what I wanted.
Yeah, I would never take that wine merchant back.
Really, you would never?
Never, ever, ever.
Okay. All right. Does Dr. Steelhammer still have a pixie? Is that they do have? They still have one pixie. Okay.
Play this horse.
Yeah, you want to get to the curse? Huh?
What are we scrapping?
We are. Why? What? Why? Huh?
Oh, that's clever. I like
uh,
that.
Oh. Okay. Okay, that actually was a good play. I take it back. That was good. Yeah, well played. Oh, now we have to see if there's a win.
This is your last pixie, right?
Yeah, it's the last pixie. If you take it,
So Seahead gives that one curse, then you buy pixie and two curses. That's still a short,
yeah, it's still
short
short.
of a win, right?
You don't because you don't have the Wine Merchant in your deck.
Well, that's irrelevant because Wine Merchant would trade off with playing Seaheg.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Um. Ooh. Okay.
I'm also pretty sure
I'm
you'd be
gonna
short on
refresh my
points
page to see
anyway.
how many boons there are left. There's no chance that
11. It's always
Agreed.
11.
this is not a good hand for Dr. Steelhammer.
That darn Wine Merchant. How'd that get in the deck?
That might seal the game. I don't know. What's in the trash? Just coppers for this treasure to gain.
There are 30 cards in the trash. That's a lot.
Yeah. It makes sense though. You've got most of your starting cards. 17 out of 20 of them. And you got 5 curses and 7 pixies. Time for Mystic? No, Wine Merchant. Okay. So theoretically,
Pixie?
Yuri could win this game with perfect draws on this turn.
I think Dr. Steelhammer's in a real bad spot.
Okay, I think that is no longer theoretically true. Oh, maybe. You can pop it to trash the curse is something you could do here.
Does he have more pixies in his deck?
I don't think you trash the goat. The goat it's a 2 VP goat. Oh, you could regain it with treasurer, but you could also fail to find your treasurer. Yeah, just don't trash it. I agree with that.
Pixie?
No. Okay, I think I would take the pixie, but
I don't want the Wine Merchant in the deck. He's happy on the tavern mat.
all right. Which one of them has a copper? Let's scroll. I'm gonna Yeah, it's Dr. Steelhammer, strangely enough, even though they have the. I guess they only have the goat for trashing.
It's strange that the player without the treasurer has the
Yeah.
copper still.
Well, it's not that strange, I guess. It's in hand. What's in hand?
The cards are in hand.
Oh, the copper's in hand. Yeah. Okay. This will be a province and
So close. One point short of the
uh,
victory.
province and estate
Oh,
or
never mind.
province.
I was thinking pixies were empty. They're not.
Okay.
That is preposterous take.
Yeah, I will not tolerate this hunting lodge slander going on in spec chat.
Hunting Lodge is a lovely card.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Yuri's gonna win now. So that means, yeah, they managed to get on the board. So it'll be a 5-1 match. Still a very good result for Germany.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a look real fast and see if that armory win actually panned out.
Okay. I don't think there's a win. I thought about it a little bit more. You just didn't have enough money.
Let's see. New table. Oh goodness, the new menu. I don't know how to navigate it. Load old game. Game ID. Load game.
Oh. Anyways, I'm gonna head out now.
Okay.
Now the match is over.
Peace.
Yeah. So
How do I figure out the decision index? Oh, load from end. Never mind. I've got this.
Okay.
Not enough players. Shit. Had a bot. How do I choose the player order? I don't know whether. Okay. Oh, I'm figuring this out. I think once I get used to it, this new interface is probably going to make sense. I'm just unfamiliar. Okay, so now I've got to undo back to. Wait, I thought I hit load from end. What's going on? This isn't the end. We're going to figure this out. Oh goodness. What's going on? Edit table? this new menu is so foreign to me. Load from end. So ready. Take me to the. Why is this not the end of the game? What am I missing? I'll figure this out. Maybe I'm going to enter some random number and we'll see if that works. Decision 300. Oh, maybe it's it. Oh, what have I done? Decision 300. See if that's a good number. What the hell? I don't understand the new menu at all. How do I do this? How do I look? That time I didn't even try to load from the end. I just tried to load it from an arbitrary decision point. Load game. Or maybe I enter the number and then I re-click load game. Now I hit ready. No, it's still from the beginning. Maybe 300 is too big. $200.
You can't click load from game and then load from end.
Okay, I did.
If you click load from game, it like stops working.
Oh, wait, that's it.
Make a new table.
All right, so I'm just creating a brand new table. Resign. So we're gonna leave this table. New table. So we're just only going to click load from end. So load old game, enter number, load from end. Oh, this is promising. It's shown a number on the decision index. That never happened before. Not enough players. Add bot. Ready. Hey! Alright, we're getting places. Now, how do I undo? I want to undo back to turn 12. Oh, well. Okay, so we'll see if this works. King's Court, King's Court, Armory, Armory, Cavalry. We draw that Armory again. Armory, Armory. Armory, workers' villages, maybe? Getting somewhere. So now I buy cavalry. Come on. Okay, so now gain another armory. I think this is looking a little bit short. Oh, I probably shouldn't have triggered that. Maybe it's okay. Buy some coppers. It's close. Wonder if maybe there was a curse pile out of some sort. It looks like we're about 8 money off this line. Let me go back to the copper buys and see if I can buy curses and still score enough. This is enough money to pile out here for a loss. 2 cavalries and 10 curses. Can I score 6 points in here somehow? Probably not, right? Estates 3. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some win here. Maybe gaining slightly more workers' villages to have a little extra plus buy. But it's not trivial, but maybe it could be here. Anyways, I'll end it there.